Google just dropped the biggest update to search in 25 years, and I am not being dramatic. At Google I/O this week, they basically confirmed what we've all kind of been seeing. Search is no longer about ranking on page 1, and instead it is about ranking in the AI response. If you're not there, you might as well not exist. And this is big, but here's the thing. This is just one of many massive announcements that they just made that are going to reshape how ecom brands get found, get clicked, and get bought from over the next 12 months. There's also Universal Cart, which is about to change how checkout works forever. There's Gemini Omni, which allows brands to scale content creation like we've never seen before, and much more. So without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, so let's start with Gemini 3.5 Flash, because before we get into all the other kind of more interesting stuff, you need to know about this because it's sort of the engine behind all of these big changes that they're making. So let's talk about it.
Today, I'm excited to introduce Gemini 3.5 Flash, our first in a series of models combining frontier intelligence with action. Two things I would highlight. First, when compared to 3.1 Pro, Flash is better across the board, almost all benchmarks.
Okay, so all of these improvements are really important, but I think the biggest one is the boost to its real-world agentic abilities. So this is Google's new flagship model, and basically every other announcement that we're about to talk about runs on it. So Gemini Spark, the new agents in search, agentic shopping in Universal Cart, the AI directors inside of Flow, all of this stuff that they're updating and rolling out right now, it's all based on this model, and it's all agent-based. So having an upgrade to its agentic capabilities is super important.
Second, 3.5 Flash is a very capable model at the frontier and comparable to the best models, but much, much faster.
And this is crazy because, I mean, in my opinion, and I think most people's opinion, Claude Opus is kind of the leader right now as far as quality of output. So, I mean, as you can see here, its intelligence index is super high, but 3.5 matches it, and it's like, what is that, like 10 times as fast? So that's insane if these metrics are actually accurate here. So the TLDR here is that Gemini 3.5 Flash is really smart, and it's really fast. So now let's talk about all the ways that Google is about to start using this. Probably the biggest headline is AI search.
And now we're entering the next chapter of Google Search, where incredible AI features aren't just in search. Google Search is AI search, through and through. Now, it's an AI search that brings together our most advanced Gemini models, our newest agentic capabilities, and the full breadth of the world's information.
For me personally, when AI mode first rolled out, it didn't really hit for me. I didn't really like the answers I was getting. I thought it was clunky. I just wanted a good old traditional Google search. But fast forward to today, like a year later, between Google's AI mode and Claude, I almost never use a traditional Google search anymore. And Google's own data says that I'm not the only one who feels that way. This is how people are searching now, and they're taking a huge step forward with that. So basically, AI search is about to become the new default mode for running a Google search. The list of websites that has defined Google for the last 25 years is going away, and it's being replaced with Google AI mode responses. So you can give it personalized queries like you're talking to a human and get personalized answers. You can ask it things like, hey, I have flat feet, what is a good running shoe for me? And this changes everything we know about SEO. Now, instead of ranking on page 1, the goal is basically to make sure that you get your brand included in the AI response. I think this tweet here does a really nice job of kind of unraveling what these changes mean and what brands need to be doing to keep up. Keep product feeds accurate, complete, and fresh. Make product attributes clear and consistent across feeds, pages, and structured data. Ensure price, stock, shipping, returns, and offers are easy to understand. Strengthen comparison, compatibility, and buying guide intent. Avoid relying on JS-heavy experiences that make key product information harder to extract. And monitor how products and categories are represented across AI shopping surfaces, not only how much AI referral traffic they send. And so there's some pretty cool other features in this too. They're also adding search agents that you can use to scan the internet 24/7 and keep you updated on things like sneaker collabs, concerts, whatever, or book a trip for you, or even call businesses on your behalf. In some cases, it'll also use Google Anti-Gravity to create a custom UI to support your answer. So back to the runners with flat feet example. It could create a chart comparing all the best options for running shoes for people with flat feet so you can better make your decision. So be ready for this. And then the next update ties directly into this because it's yet another way that Google is keeping customers from ever going to your website. This is super cool though. Let's talk about Google's new Universal Shopping Cart. So this is exactly what it sounds like. It's one cart that works across the whole internet. You add a product to your cart while you're browsing search, chatting with Gemini, watching YouTube, reading an email in Gmail, wherever it is, and it all goes to the same cart. And then you check out in one place. It'll also do comparison shopping too. It'll help you track deals and price history. So this is obviously massive for anyone selling physical products. I think it's probably the most slept on announcement from the entire keynote. But here's the wild part. Google actually got all of the big players to sign on. They got Amazon, Shopify, Etsy, Meta, Wayfair, Walmart, Target, Chewy, Best Buy. Pretty much 99% of the entire online economy is covered, if not more. They're calling this the Universal Commerce Protocol.
UCP does for agentic commerce what HTTP did for the web. It gives agents and systems a common language. It's an open source standard that allows all the key players to work across the entire shopping journey. That means it makes everything from product research to checkout to shipment tracking totally seamless.
Crazy. So, two big things with this. One, you need to make sure that you are in Google's shopping graph. This is the catalog of 60 billion product listings that are going to be available to the Universal Cart. Two is that AI agents can actually go shopping using the UPC.
It's designed so your AI agent can securely make payments on your behalf, but always under your control.
So now that agentic shopping is a thing, your product listings, your reviews, your pricing, your shipping speed, all of that is now being judged by AI before a human ever sees it. And if your data is not good, the AI will skip you. Okay, now let's do a big pivot and talk about Gemini Omni.
I'm excited to announce Gemini Omni. Our new model that can create anything from any input. It combines Gemini's intelligence with the best of our generative media models.
So for Google, this was kind of the headline of the whole presentation. It's their big new generative media model. You give it any input, text, image, video, audio, whatever, and you can get any output. They use the word edit a lot, like edit this guy to be made out of Legos. Or, wait, do I fire on my hands? It's a cool concept, but here's the thing. When Google launched VO3 at I/O last year, it was the biggest breakthrough in AI video really ever. Voices in AI clips, it looked incredible for the time, but now it's obsolete. It's not even close to Seedance or Kling. Google is being lapped in the generative video space, and Omni was supposed to be their big comeback. But is it really? Let's see what the internet has to say about it. So there are a lot of people running comparisons. This is a pretty good example. I mean, the physics difference is pretty obvious here. So there's not quite there yet in terms of quality. And just for fun, let's run our own quick test too. Let's drop the exact same prompt into Omni, Kling, and Seedance. A golden retriever puppy leaps off of a dock into a calm lake, splashing water everywhere as it lands. It swims around happily. Sunny afternoon. So here is our Omni Flash result. I got 4 of them. They're all more or less the same. I would go so far as to say that these are not that great. Okay, so let's take a look at our outputs from Kling and Seedance for comparison. So here's our Kling output. I mean, definitely better. Still a little weird. Dog's a little glossy, and it looks like it's just standing here at the end. But I mean, way better. And then Seedance, which is widely regarded as the best on the market right now. Let's see what it cooked up. So yeah, in terms of quality, Omni is just not there. Google is not there. If you're serious about really high quality AI video for your marketing, then you're probably not running it through Google right now. And Omni doesn't really do anything to change that. But there is one piece of this announcement that I think is actually super interesting, especially for marketers. And that is the changes that they've made to Google Flow.
Until today, Flow could only execute one prompt at a time. Now, your agent can take multiple actions all at once. Starting with just a single image, I can ask the agent to help me find the best camera angles for this scene. It analyzes what's happening in the image, concepts the most compelling angles, and then, boom, a single image becomes 16 unique videos.
So Flow is Google's full video production platform, and the big update here is that they're adding agents into it, and we actually have it now in our Flow account, so right down here. And what this allows you to do is you can actually chat with the agent, and it kind of acts as your creative director and helps you along with the process. You can have an agent take a single image and generate 16 different camera angles from it, or you can edit dozens of scenes at once. And that is what matters for ecom, because a huge part of running ads right now is volume. You're not winning with one perfectly polished ad. You're winning by testing 50 different variations and letting the algorithm find out what hits. So the brands that are able to crank out 100 different UGC ads a month are doing really, really well, and the ones that are just running a few are not doing quite so well. So if Flow's agents can actually deliver on this whole concept of scalability and helping people create faster, generate 16 versions of a concept in the time it used to take to make one, then that changes the math on the creative process entirely. So it's definitely worth keeping an eye on, even if it's not the best-in-class video model right now. The scale it unlocks is definitely something to pay attention to. Okay, so one last thing to flag before wrapping up. So Spark is a personal 24/7 AI agent that helps you navigate your digital life, takes action on your behalf and under your direction. It's basically Google's answer to Claude Cowork. It's an agent that lives in your Gemini app. It plugs into Gmail, Calendar, Docs, whatever, and it runs tasks for you in the background. So if you're already deep in the Google ecosystem, keep an eye on that. It could be something that could be a big time saver for you. Okay, so that was Google's I/O 2026. In a nutshell, really trying to focus on what's going to be relevant for marketers. AI search is rewriting SEO, Universal Cart is rewriting checkout, and the brands that adapt fast are the ones that are going to be thriving 5 years from now. If this video was helpful, please be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.